Hi, welcome to this PebblePad tutorial brought to you by your Practice and Portfolio coaches. In this tutorial, I'll be talking about unit portfolios, specifically how to create a portfolio and then how to populate those portfolios with pages. So to begin, we'll launch PebblePad homepage. And you get to this through your Milo site. And we'll start with Get Creative. So this is a key element of PebblePad, is that it is a creation tool, and it's quite unique in that aspect. So we're going to start by just creating the bones of our unit portfolio, just the skeleton, and then I'll show you how to then start populating it. So imagine that this initial portfolio is like a binder for your unit of study. So just open that up. And it immediately defaults to a new page and gives you a banner. What I'd like you to do is actually go ahead and set it up now where you change these headings or tabs to portfolios. So we're creating basically a folder within this binder. So we're going to convert that, and we're going to change the title, and we're going to change it to weeks. Now you might combine weeks. And you just hit the plus sign, add a new page, go ahead and convert that page by hitting the plus sign to a portfolio. So it's just changing these simple pages or simple scrolls to portfolios so we can add more information in them. And you can carry on across, and you'll notice that sometimes I'm combining weeks. And you can do that as well. You can set it up however you'd like. This is just our recommendation. So there we go. I'll just add one more. And week 6. So there's just an example. Oops, I didn't convert that, did I? Convert to portfolio. Setting tab, week 6. Okay, so now I can save this entire binder as, say, the unit code. Okay, so the unit code and title of the unit, confirm. Now, it unfortunately doesn't give you this as a heading, so you don't actually see that title there, but I am in the binder, and these are individual folders. Now, while you can go ahead and go to that new page and already begin typing if you wanted to, so I could change that title and I could begin typing. I'll just keep it reflection. And I could begin adding content already to that page. Here it is. It defaults to a banner, and I could replace it and already begin working. However, what you're doing is you're embedding this in the portfolio, and so it can't be simply exported out, the single page. It's a lot more difficult to move this page because it is embedded within the portfolio. So if you don't think it will ever be needed for an assessment or really to share individually with others, you can go about doing it this way. So I can go ahead and add text and share thoughts. But again, it's really private. It's difficult to share it. It's difficult to link it to any assessment. So what we'd like you to do instead is really go back to the basics of what PebblePad offers, which is pages. And pages will give you individual assets that can then be put into various portfolios or collected. So we've saved this. We'll just put this on the side for now. We'll go back to our home page, and I will save and exit. And in our home page, we'll go back to that Get Creative, and we'll go to a page. So a page is the most basic unit of creativity in PebblePad. And once I've worked on this page, it'll save as an individual asset. So let's go ahead and do some fiddling here. So you can see it looks very similar. I'll replace that image, and let's just replace it with something. I'll just do my own picture and have a play with the pictures. You can resize This right now it's quite large, so I can make it, let's just go smaller, and you can, and then I can add content. Okay, and save that. I can add additional pictures. Again, it's Open Asset Store, and if I have my pictures in my asset store, I can access it there, such as these, or I could go to the upload and add ones that I have, say, on my desktop, but just for sake, I'll just add that. I can resize, and I'm just having a fiddle here. Just please play with the elements. These can be resized. These can also, if you hold it down, be moved. In the other videos, we'll show you a little bit more on the features of PebblePad, but I'm just going to build a page here. I can add quotes, videos, links to websites, evidence of my learning. So lots of can be added. So let's just stop there. I've built my page. I tend to put a little text box at the bottom to give myself a little gutter or space at the bottom. I probably should title this Reflection. That's just say Reflection 1. So what I've built this separate page. I'll go ahead and save it. It's going to ask me to title it, and this is Reflection 1 because I assume I'll be doing some more through the term. I'll confirm that. So now that has saved into my asset store. It'll probably be at the top of the list. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the asset store. Over here in the burger menu, asset store, and there it is, Reflection 1, PA, and that pink is a page. So it is a separate asset outside of the portfolio that I created initially. So let's go into this portfolio, and I'll show you how that can be added then. And so if you remember, this is where we started. And if I go back to week 1, that's the one that I started writing directly in the portfolio. But I want to show you add existing asset. This now allows me to bring in that reflection that I've just created outside, and it'll be there in my list, and it'll import it directly in. And there it is. And so that is how you add assets to a portfolio. The preference again is not to necessarily build onto the page straight away, because this is very difficult to share because it's embedded. Rather, we'd like you to add an existing asset and find the page that you built outside of that. And this will make it easier in terms of collecting those assets, sharing them, and or putting them in for assessment. Okay, refer to my other videos in terms of add content and any other questions you have about portfolios. Thank you very much.